So yesterday I found out some really sad news from some, Resident Evil leaks that's been circulating all around. And granted, these are leaks, so, take it with a grain of salt. At the same time, it does have me worried because even without the leaks, I was kind of hoping from the get-go that we might get, certain characters in the game and what the plot may be. And that's kind of what I already gathered, not from leaks, just general things. So yeah, let's definitely talk about today's topic. But before we do, make sure to like the video. That way, obviously, tells me that you enjoyed the content. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you stay notified for any more future Resident Evil 9 videos / Resident Evil videos, survival horror, any of that good stuff. So let's continue on with the actual topic. So yesterday I was just watching, a bit of YouTube, and something caught my eye, and that was the new Resident Evil leak that was circling around, and I thought, okay, what's going on? I saw the thumbnail of Rapidcraft's video and I was kind of shocked. So let's start off with what was actually said or shown or circling around. So first Golem, which is, he is a reliable leaker. We don't know again how true his sources are, but we do get tidbits of information about it. So, I'm just going to read it anyway. Leon is 100% the main character of RE9. Okay. Again, I don't like this idea that Leon would be in the game. That's just me, because personally I just feel like he can be in this game, just not how I want it. Maybe he has a character that doesn't play exactly the main role. That be someone like Jill or Chris, because as you know, with the ending of Resident Evil 8, the BSA, using BOWs, definitely sparks that idea that, Chris will probably get some backup for help, because if the BSA is using BOWs and you're trying to take that down or whatever like that, then you're definitely going to need some help. This can't be a solo mission. This is not Resident Evil 5, even though he had Sheva, but I feel like you're going to need more help than that. And so I thought, okay, fair enough. But what did shock me was when you read further. Jill doesn't play a role, or really play a role. Which I was like, does make sense. In my opinion, what I find weird, because I feel like, again, this should be Jill's return into the franchise, and I find it a little bit strange that we're not really getting much Jill this time. Bear in mind that Resident Evil Death Island basically made her like a main protagonist for that, and we all was pretty, well, I wouldn't say happy because some people had problems with her rating, but overall we was happy to see Jill Valentine's back on the screen, back in the light a little bit. And so it made sense, about Resident Evil 9, if you're building that up, that you'll bring in Jill Valentine's. And I feel like, again, this is just again going off from my head of what I feel like Resident Evil 9 should be about. So again, it shouldn't really be annoying or frustrating or anything like that. It's just, I'm a little bit disappointed by this news. Like maybe it felt, so carry on, sorry, I didn't mention that. Like maybe a file will reference her or something, but she is not a major character in the game at all. There are other reasons that Rumours is BS, but if you see any rumors claiming Jill has a starring role in Resident Evil 9 for what the final game is turning out to be, then unfortunately that's not true. Those are basically what it said about, the Resident Evil 9 leaks, and I am a little bit, well, I keep saying a little bit, I'm very disappointed. Let's be real. Let's remove the sugarcoating right there. It's disappointing, because I feel like there's some characters I would love to see in this new installment, and considering we've had Chris Redfield for like about 3 or 4 games by now, I feel like, it's a little bit repetitive right now. I feel like we need something fresh, need something a little bit more home than just Chris Redfield. Like, don't get it wrong, he's a great character. I love Chris Redfield, by the way. He's definitely up there, but maybe not exactly my number 1 pick. More goes to someone like Jill, Rebecca, or Leon. It is a little bit strange that we are getting apparently no Jill Valentine's in this new installment. I hope maybe this is all, you know, again, these are just leaks, so hopefully that may change in the future. But I'll be honest, if that is the case, I am a little bit less excited for this. The one thing I was more worried about for Resident Evil 9 going into anything with Resident Evil 9 is not so much the gameplay. Gameplay, I'm not really worried about that. What I'm more worried about is story. Because I mentioned in my previous video, not previous video, one of my videos, my Resident Evil videos, which if you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out, because, you know, I mentioned a few things about my thoughts on RE9, a little bit more. And so one of my thoughts was thinking, you know, that Resident Evil has a really bad habit of building up something and then just completely ignoring it. Like Revelations with Raymond and Jessica, and that virus that Jessica gave to Raymond. I was kind of curious, what does that set up exactly? And they didn't do anything with it. And there's a few other things. I'm like, okay, that's great. So are we going to, by any chance, get a follow-up by this? And well, it's a little bit strange. Heck, I would say even Code Veronica does this as well with LC Wesker. Well, I guess, I don't know if it's a translation or just generally something, but I remember Wesker talking about how obviously Steve might be alive if he ever, you know, comes back with the, I think, virus or something like that. Again, just little things here and there that Resident Evil kind of, you know, plant the seed for, and then they just don't bother trying to grow the tree. So that's essentially what's the news on Resident Evil 9 so far. I don't know how you guys feel, but definitely let me know in the comment section below if you guys disagree with this or you're happy with this. And yeah, like I said, subscribe to the channel. I don't know why I'm fumbling here. And like the video, and obviously share this with your family, friends, like I mentioned before. I'm a little bit gutted, so hopefully that does change and that we do get Jill. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully they realize that they made a big mistake, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like I may make a follow-up video to this, and if I don't, well, hey, this is about Resident Evil, and we know Resident Evil don't always follow up with the next game anyway. Anyway, peace out, guys.